guys, Sam here, welcoming you to the first episode of the Hull City Survival Career Mode. I have ended up with Hull City, and there's 6 other career mode YouTubers involved in this, and pretty much what we're trying to do is build up a squad that we can simulate with and win games with. And pretty much what's happened is we've done a draw on who's going to pick what team, pretty much a random draft of the bottom 7 teams in the Premier League, and our job is pretty much to not get fired. And at the end of every episode, once we sim 5 games per episode, the person with the least amount of league points will be eliminated. So there's a lot of bad teams, and I feel like I got right in the middle, and I picked Hull, who I think are bang in the middle out of those 7 clubs that we were able to pick from. If you want to see the draft, if you want to see it live, and if you want to see our reactions to it, make sure you check out the B-Minus's channel. He's also involved in this, and I'll also leave a link to the other YouTubers that are involved in this. A couple of them you've seen on the channel before, a couple of them you haven't, so it's a nice mix of people. It's a good group of guys as well, so make sure you check all of them out if you haven't. Some of them you might be even subscribed to, but I've ended up with Hull City. I believe I got the 4th pick. My favourite was obviously Newcastle. That's probably the best team you could pick, but pretty much I have an idea of what I want to do with the team. So today I'm going to do the transfer window for you guys, and we're actually going to sim the first 5 games. There's not going to be an elimination in the first episode to give everybody a chance to actually breathe and have a chance in this series, but once episode 2 hits, guys, we need as many points as we can. So this transfer window, I'm probably not going to be signing any youngsters. It's probably going to be just higher rated players. Okay, just to confirm the settings for you guys, legendary, and we are going on a strict financial strictness. I don't know why it's called financial strictness if you could pick strict, but we are going balls to the wall with this series, and we are really making it as hard as we can. Sterling, download latest, they've just released an update, and European competition is off for me because I have the Europa League, and I think the general consensus was that I should turn it off. B said that I should put it on, but he's not the boss of me. I can do whatever I want, so I'm keeping it off because everyone's going to have the league and the domestic cups, even though the domestic cups don't matter. I think it'd be unfair for me to have more fixtures, so I'm sort of just gonna turn it off. That's just the decision I'm making here right now, and no one can really do anything about it. So let's head into it. It's gonna be a tough one. Alright, so as far as left wingers, I believe I'm going to be bringing in Adnan Januzaj. Now, I did just tell you guys that it's not about the age, but Januzaj starts at a 75 rated player. So as far as my team, he'll fit in straight away. He's not going to be one of the highest rated players, but for a loan, for someone that I can loan in, I can't think of any other 75 rated player I can loan in. So I think this is a really good move to bring Januzaj in, because right now I need to save as much money as possible. We're on a strict financial strictness, and I don't have that much money to play around with anyway, 8.5 million, and there's more than just the left mid and left back that needs replacing. So I'm going to offer them a full season loan for Januzaj. They should say yes. They usually do accept Januzaj loans. Now let's look for a left back. Okay, staying in Manchester, I think I'm going to go after Luke Shaw. Again, a youngster. Again, 75 rated, so better than Robertson. And we can bring him in on the cheap, 30k and 40k respectively for each person. That's only 70k out of my wages, and I can adjust that, and we could still have maybe 6 million to play with. So we're pretty much buying them for about $1 million each. So I think that's a really good move. I think I'm saving as much money as I can on these 2 spots, and then I can focus on other spots that need improving. So of course you guys let me know down below how you think I did with these moves, but I personally think this is 2 good decisions to bring in a 75 rated player on a loan, especially for something you're only going to be doing for 1 season. I think it's a really good opportunity. Whoops, no future fee, just a full season loan. Let's try and get Luke Shaw into the team. Okay, another position I believe that we need improving is the right back position. El Mohammadi is a 72 rated right back, and it's one of the lower ratings in the team. So I think I'm going to bring in Glenn Johnson. For his rating, I think is one of the cheapest right backs that you could pick up. And also at 29 years of age, he's not going to start decreasing straight away. He's a squad rotation player, so it'd probably be easy to bring him in. And they're asking for 2.5 million, which I think is pretty cheap. I might try and bump that down to maybe a 2.2 or something like that. But I think for again, a 75 rated player, I think this is a decent decision, because I can't think of any other cheap right backs I could bring in. Again, there's more positions that I still need to fill. So I think Glenn Johnson is a decent it's a decent option. I think if I just researched a bit more, I could have found someone better, but I'm going with Glenn Johnson. Okay, Januzaj has joined the team. I'm not going to take a look at the squad just yet. I'm going to wait till we sign everyone. And joining him will be Luke Shaw, the two Manchester United boys joining Hull City. And meanwhile, Liverpool have accepted an offer for Glenn Johnson for 2.2 million, so we were able to knock it down a little bit. Every little bit helps. Let's try and get Glenn Johnson into the team as well. McGregor is a 73 rated goalkeeper, and I wanted to bring in another goalkeeper for cheap. And I think Artur Boruc is going to be a very good addition. He's 76 rated. Goalkeepers in this FIFA are pretty broken, so he has a chance to grow. I've never actually experienced him growing in FIFA, but at 34 years of age, he could definitely still grow. So let's take a look at exactly how much he's going to cost us. I think what I'm going to do is offer Alan McGregor up to them just straight up and see what they say, because we'll be improving 3 rating on our goalkeeper. So let's see how that turns out. And there we go, our third signing. Glenn Johnson joins the club. We still have 3 million left, and that's probably going to be used on the goalkeeper. After that, I don't really see too many positions that need changing up too terribly. So a right back now, and maybe a goalkeeper, and we'll see what we have left after that. So Bournemouth are interested in Alan McGregor, but they would like an additional 1.5 million. I'm going to give them 1 million and see what they say to that. Fingers crossed we can get him for that cheap, because we still have 2 million left. We could probably put it in the wages, maybe try loaning someone else in. But we could do something with that money, because we need to get as much rating as we can in the team. Okay, Bournemouth did accept the 1 million. He wants 30k wages. Let's just try and offer him the 6k he's already on, because sometimes that works. Let's hope he doesn't ask for too much. Alright, there we go. Boruc accepts the offer. He wanted 30k. We told him he's going to have 6k, and he said, okay, boss, I'm happy to join the club. I think that's a good move, adding 3 rating on to the goalkeeping position. We get a 1-1 draw against Monaco. The main thing is to not get injuries. Alright, so AS Monaco actually accepted a 20.5 million bid for Ndoye, and he has left the club now, our 79 rated striker, so I'm going to have to quickly work to bring someone in. But look at that strict financial strictness, gives us only 12.5 million to play around with, so hopefully I can find someone around 79 rating, because we're going to need to bring him in. But it's a decent amount of money to bring someone in, and we win 3-0. Wow, that's actually really, really reassuring that we can do that away. Oh no, Tom Huddleston has... Oh god, that is the worst news. 4-month injury for Tom Huddleston. He might not even play a game for us, because we might get eliminated by then. 4 months out for Tom Huddleston. He's a 75 rated player, which means now either Diame or Livermore are going to have to come in, and I might have to think about maybe trading Huddleston out, because I don't think it's worth waiting 4 months for him. We might have to trade him out and bring a different central midfielder in. 0-0, Davies gets a red card, but in the friendlies that doesn't matter, but hopefully he doesn't do that in the actual league. Alright, so in the meanwhile, I have been working on this Charlie Austin deal where Nikica Jelavic will be going the other way. I'm going to bring him in. They've accepted, I believe, 7 million plus Nikica Jelavic, which is a lot of money, but Charlie Austin is not only young, and he's also quite highly rated. So Charlie Austin has accepted the deal. 7.5 million with 45k wages. Nikica Jelavic going the other way. Jelavic on some pretty big wages. He was on 40k a week, so it doesn't make too much of a dent. So that's 7.8 million. Whether we're trying to find a replacement for Huddleston, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try and find a replacement for Huddleston. Come on, at least a draw, please. Please, boys. There's McCarthy playing for... Sorry. I don't know why I thought that was our goalkeeper, McCarthy. Zarate puts QPR up. Austin brings one back within 5 minutes. This is going to be huge. They've got Peter Crouch. That's someone who I probably could have gone for as well. Cranger, Fur, they've got a very good team. It looks like we're picking up the draw right now. I'm fingers crossed they don't get a late equalizer and we don't get an injury here. I'll take a draw. EA, I'm taking a draw. Thank you. 1-1, take that any day of the week. Away games are terrible in FIFA to sim. It's a 1-1 draw against QPR. Okay, so I think I've found my replacement for Huddleston. It's Jordi Classy, and I've actually swapped him out to get Classy in, and I've added 3 million onto the deal as well, because that is what Feyenoord were asking for. Another young, another very highly rated player. I'm surprised we've been able to get him this cheap. I honestly thought he'd cost us a fortune. I think this is probably the best move of the entire window. There it is, Jordi Klaasie has accepted the deal. There was talks of him with Arsenal and Leverkusen as well. I'm happy we wrapped this deal up very quickly and we're going to bring him into the team. The team is actually looking pretty strong now. Stoke are a bit tougher opponent than QPR, but hopefully we can beat them. We've got a really talented side now. We've got Klaasie sitting in defensive mid. I still can't get over that signing. We've got Austin up front. It's a bit of a downgrade as far as overall. Hopefully he can grow nice and quick, but no one really goes quickly anymore nowadays. But so far it's 0-0, 30th minute. I'm hoping for a win here. I really would like the win, but doesn't look like we're getting goals from anybody. Brady comes on for Januzaj. No injuries. That's really, I don't want to jinx myself. That's the main thing. I don't want injuries. Oh, wow. Wow. Hernandez gets injured and Boyan puts in a goal. I shouldn't have said anything. Why'd I say something? Okay, so I'm going to bring in Fabio Borini, and yeah, a couple of you might be laughing at this deal, because Borini's not the best in real life, but he's 75 rated, he's actually quite young, and we picked him up for 3 million, which I think is a very good deal, and with Abel Hernandez getting fucking injured, not that it was a long one, but if he's going to get injured more, I don't want to take my chances, so that levels out the team a little bit more. Now, lowest rating is 74, so I feel a bit more comfortable now. It's a very well-rounded team, and I haven't started well, a draw and a loss, so hopefully we can pick up the form. But from now on, I think it's just going to be simmed matches, because I don't think I'm going to be making any more moves. So we got Borini and Austin up front, we got Ramirez, Januzaj, Snodgrass, and Klaasie making up the midfield. Shaw, Dawson, Davies, Johnson, and Burke in goal, and they've already gone 1-0 up thanks to Richardson. Austin brings one back, that's my boy. He's the only person who scored for us, I believe, so far. He scored 2 goals in now 3 games. Went to half-time. Ron Vlaar picks up an injury. Brady comes on for Januzaj. Snodgrass picks up the second. Davies gets a suspension. Okay, not bad. Kite misses a penalty. Yes, if we could... No! Damn it, Richardson! I was going to say, if we can hold on to the win, that would be so worth it for that red card. And pick up a draw. In the 76th minute, Aston Villa bring it back. And Davies is now suspended for 1 game. I think it's a home game, so it shouldn't be too bad, but... we haven't won a game yet. We need to win a game. So far, everyone has probably done better than me. Maybe whoever's got Burnley. I believe Flickerfy has Burnley. I think he's probably the only person that's doing worse than me at this point. We need a win against West Ham. They've got a really high-rated team, so I'm not looking forward to this at all. Austin puts us up 1-0. That is so... I'm so happy with Austin so far. He's scoring goals, which is all I can ask. Marky Noble puts in a penalty. It's 1-1. Brady puts us up 2-1. I don't want to get too excited because we got equalised on last time in the 76th minute, so I don't want that to happen again. But I'm not going to say anything. I'm just not going to jinx it. But we pull out a win. Yes, our first win of the season. We had Chester in centre-back, of course, replacing Davies. And it worked out pretty good. So a 2-1 win against West Ham. Come on, we got 3 points on the board. And that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. Newcastle, not the best in real life, but they have a really high-rated team. I forgot who's controlling Newcastle. I think it might be IN Gaming HD. I think it might be him that's controlling Newcastle. So this is a bit of a challenge. Cisse puts them up 1-0. I don't feel good about this one at all. Cisse puts them up 1-0. They've got a really high-rated team. They've got Cabela. They've got Tiote. Janmat's pretty high-rated. Cisse's pretty high-rated. Krul is pretty high-rated. If we could bring one back, guys, please. Please bring one back. This has been a shocking opening 5 games. Ferreira puts them up 2-0. And we suffer a defeat at the hands of Newcastle, unfortunately. And this has not been the ideal first 5 games at all. This has been a fun episode. I think this season is going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to do it in different leagues and in FIFA 16 as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you do, let us know in the comment section below that you enjoy, and smash a like on everyone's video just to show us that you really like this. And also let us know what we can do to improve the series. And also, personally, did you like my transfers or not? I have a feeling you guys won't like my transfers because, I don't know, maybe some of them are questionable. I kind of like the transfers. I liked Klaasie coming in. I liked Shaw and Januzaj coming in. I think I made some decent signings, but of course your input is always appreciated. And that wraps up today's episode, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like. That is the league table. We've made a little custom league table for you guys. just so you guys can easily see where everybody is. And of course, there's no elimination today. The elimination will be at the end of the second episode. And guys, after that, this custom league will reset after every elimination, and that leaves a bit more unpredictability. Anybody could get eliminated at any point of time, and you just have to do it in every set of 5 games, and it's a bit more unpredictable. So hopefully you guys enjoy that concept. We kind of thought maybe Newcastle or Sunderland or even Crystal Palace could just run away with it, because, you know, they just build a lead. But this way it resets, so there's a lot of unpredictability. Anybody could get eliminated at any point. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash a like. I hope you guys enjoy this series. Go check out everybody else's linked in the description, the team that they're controlling and who it is. Make sure you check out who they beat and who they lost against and their transfers as well. And I'll see you guys in the second episode very, very soon. Keep it real.